Hey guys, so today I am 37 weeks and 4 days pregnant. Mom? And this is like my 5th attempt at filming this video, but I am going to get it done if it's the last thing I do today.
Hey, guys, that's on my book.
You got your book? This is like a pre-K workbook. This little boy right here, quit. This little boy This little boy loves books a lot. Okay, sit down here and look while mommy's filming, okay?
Mommy, can I read it?
When I'm done, yes.
Okay.
I'll be done in a minute.
Okay.
Man, he has been going crazy for these little sticker books and things like that lately. He is just a book fanatic, and it's really surprised me, but he is crazy about books.
Mommy.
So,
Mommy.
I have got a list of things I want to talk about for this week. And I've got a little boy here who is wanting a lot of attention. So we are going to try to get through this together the best that we can. Why don't you go get your sand or your sticker book and sit down here and look at it with me, okay? All right, so if you want it. I'm trying to think of distractions for him so I can actually get out a sentence without being interrupted 10 times. So anyway, I've got this list here of things that I want to talk about that I either missed the last video or things that have just changed so much that I want to give an update on. So here we go. So the first symptom, or at least the one that has been so the first symptom I want to talk about this week that has really been going on for a few weeks, but this week it's just been bothering me more than most weeks, has definitely been how sleepy I am. And I feel like my biological clock is almost like switched around or something like that, because when it's like truly bedtime and time to lay down, I cannot fall asleep. And I can't even get tired to fall asleep. But during the day, if I let my bottom hit this couch for more than a few minutes at a time, I am absolutely done. I can sit straight up and fall asleep no problem during the day. But there's just something about laying down in the dark that just isn't working for me right now for some reason. And it's definitely at the top of my list in terms of symptoms, because I think it's the one that has been annoying me the most and like affecting my lifestyle the most. So yeah, it's just been, what baby? It's just been super annoying for me.
I want to have it here. And
keep looking, I'll be done in a minute.
Here. I want a hat. Yeah.
Also, as far as like not being able to sleep at night, usually what will happen is if I do finally start to feel tired after a few hours, I'll go lay down, and usually by the time I'm like ready to shut my eyes and go to sleep, I've got to get up to pee. And that is so annoying, but I do that all night long. And anyways, I'm peeing all night and all day long, but it seems like it's so much worse at night. And anyways, by the time I do start to fall asleep, I have to get up and go to the bathroom. And then when I lay down, I can never tell, do I want to lay on my right side? Do I want to lay on my left side? And after I fall asleep, I end up waking up because I'm having this terrible back pain, excruciating, intense back pain. And this morning it was so intense and so bad that I almost felt like I was going into labor. I would have believed it, honestly, because it was just so incredibly painful. And like switching positions didn't help. I was just in so much pain. And usually what happens is I feel like these bones in my lower back are just cracking and being snapped in half, and it takes my breath away. I hold my breath because it hurts so bad, and don't really know what that's from. I'm just assuming it's just like the pelvis and the bones like separating for labor, but it is absolutely horrible. Also, you can probably tell I'm out of breath. I've got this baby way up high. My doctor said he has not dropped, and it is getting kind of old, honestly. I'm tired of not being able to breathe and catch my breath, and it doesn't matter if I'm doing anything or not. I just literally can't breathe. So I'm either on the toilet all the time going to go pee, or I'm flipping over back and forth in the bed like a whale, or I'm just trying to catch my breath because I cannot breathe. So I am pretty miserable at this point. Also, at my last appointment, I know I was 2 centimeters dilated, and the night of that appointment, I don't know if I put this in my last video or not, but I did like I've had a lot of discharge anyway, but I had like some bloody show, and I don't know if it was just from where she checked me or if I was like really starting to like lose a mucus plug or not. I'm really not sure, but there was definitely some blood in it. So that sent me into panic mode to have to like run to the store a few days after and like grab a bunch of things that we've been putting off. And we're still not 100% done, but we have almost everything done that we need to get done. Okay, so I'm gonna have to guess where I left off because I have had to stop 100 times because I have a very high needs toddler right now. So I had to just go do what I had to do, and I'm gonna try to get through this for the last few minutes of this video. And if you hear a racket, try to overlook it. I'm doing everything I can to try to keep him distracted, and it's not working. So sorry if you hear him playing in the background. I don't have much of a choice right now. Also, 2 appointments ago, the doctor had told me that I had only gained 1 pound in this pregnancy. And then at the last appointment, she said I had lost 2 pounds. So apparently at this point, I haven't gained any weight. How is that possible? I have no clue. I feel like a whale. I feel huge. So I have no clue. I don't understand all that stuff, but apparently this whole time I've been pregnant, I've either lost weight or just kept it steady or whatever. So weird. I definitely haven't had an appetite this pregnancy though, so I'm not super shocked to hear it, but I'm surprised that I haven't gained a single pound at all. That doesn't even seem possible to me. And as far as the appetite thing is concerned, I really don't have much of one, but occasionally at night I'll like, I don't want to say binge eat because that's not true, but I'll have like applesauce, a pudding, popcorn, just junk crap like that. And I guess that would be my version of binge eating right now because I'm like thirsty all the time, so I'm never satisfied when it comes to drinking anything. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm never ever, my thirst is never quenched. But I think sometimes I get so tired of having to go pee and drink things all the time that I'm like, I'm just gonna eat a thing of applesauce because it gets really annoying. And also, I've noticed this throughout my pregnancy, but just didn't put 2 and 2 together until just now. But apparently, I think what I've been feeling has been like the baby having hiccups or practice breathing, or maybe a combination of both. I'm usually pretty low below my belly button. I feel like a constant, it's almost like a heartbeat sort of. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just very like a constant like tapping feeling going on underneath my belly button. And usually, it's not always after I eat, sometimes it's after I drink something, but I've definitely been noticing that and wondering what on earth is that. And I think I finally figured out that it's probably hiccups. So that's kind of cool that I finally put that together, because I don't know if I did that with Jace or not, because I just don't remember honestly. But I always wondered when I felt that, like, what on earth is going on? Because it felt too gentle to be a kick, I guess. So, and it was so consistent. That's what was so confusing to me. So apparently that's probably what's going on. Also, on a more serious note, everyone knows that I wanted to have a home water birth. We have fought insurance, finances. It just isn't going to happen, unfortunately. And I think everyone and their sister or brother knows that I'm like really upset about that. But I didn't know like the degree to how upset I really was about it until I had like a really good long cry with my husband one night. And I wouldn't say that it just got it all out of me, because I'm obviously like still really hurt over it. I'm hurt that you have to like fight insurance and like battle for what you want. But I needed to kind of let that out, because it's been really affecting me emotionally, and I don't really know what to say. Like, everyone in my family and my personal lives like kind of thinks that we're nuts or thinks I'm nuts, and maybe not my husband, but me. You know, they all look at me like I'm crazy for wanting that. But I'm just done trying to explain it to people, because I just get looked at like I have 10 heads. It's just something that I really wanted, and it's not gonna happen. So I'm trying to just go through the grieving and mourning process, because it does feel like a loss to me that I'm not getting to bring my baby into the world in the way that I really wanted to. But on a positive note, my husband and I decided to go ahead and hire a doula, which is crazy exciting. I have a pretty neat story of how we crossed paths. So, I mean, it's neat to me anyway. I don't know, but I'll probably talk about that like after we have our first prenatal meeting. But we're supposed to have that coming up hopefully this week sometime, and I am so excited to go meet with her, because she has ideas of how we can try to incorporate things I originally wanted into this new birth plan that we've come up with. I'll probably be able to labor in the water at home for a while. I just feel like I finally have someone on my side that's advocating for me, that doesn't treat me like I'm nuts, and doesn't roll their eyes, and doesn't like get up and walk out of the room and kind of make fun of me. Like, I feel like this person kind of gets where I'm coming from and is really, really supportive of like what I wanted, and is very sensitive to me. So I am just so grateful that I found her, and I am so excited for that meeting. I cannot wait to go to her house. I'm thrilled, and I really like her a lot. So I will talk about her more once I get a chance to actually sit down with her. Also, we did take a hospital tour. I'm trying to get them to be more flexible with me, but they're flexible on things that I didn't think they would be flexible on, but the things I really want them to bend on, they're not super willing to bend on. But doing the tour, I'm glad that we did it, because I learned a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have known. I feel like the first time with Jace, I just did whatever the doctors told me. I didn't question anything. I didn't realize that like I had the right to kind of just do what I wanted. I was never asked about anything, basically. Like, they just told me how it was going to be. And this time I've been very outspoken about what I would like to happen. So I've learned that they will let me take my placenta home if I wanted to do the placenta encapsulation, which we are looking into. I'm supposed to have a meeting with a doula that does placenta encapsulation, hopefully Tuesday, if we can make it happen. They showed me, you know, that I never even heard of these birthing balls, but apparently they're called peanut balls. So they showed me some of those, and they seemed to kind of be a little more flexible than I thought they would. So I'm trying to shift my mindset from the negative to looking at what I can have instead of what I can't have. So that's a really difficult thing for me to do, but I am definitely trying to go there mentally, I guess. So the world is, if it hasn't started looking brighter to me yet, I expect it to look brighter very soon, because I do feel like I'm starting to have a little bit of a support system being built up that understands where I'm coming from. So it feels really good. What, babe? Good, I'm almost done. The last thing I was going to talk about, well, two things really, but the last thing on my list is about the hospital bags. We pretty much have that, like, pretty much settled. There's like a couple things I need to get. I really just want to get like an outfit for me to wear home that's comfortable, that I feel good in. And I also, what else? I feel like I've got everything for the baby. And then Brian needs to get his stuff packed, but for the most part, I feel like we're pretty good on that. So I'm gonna try to film a hospital bag video as soon as I can. I wanted to show the little babies like outfits that we were gonna bring, but I think I may wait for that video because I've got like 4, because I can't decide. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be tiny or big, so I'm just bringing different sizes just in case. And other than that, I think the last thing that I was gonna mention in this video is I'm definitely having irrational fears. I haven't really spoken up about them that much, but I think one thing that I've been having really bad night terrors, and I think it's just because I've worried myself so much about a lot of these things. But one thing that kind of lingers in my mind a lot is just how the family dynamic is going to change. I don't want this little guy down here to feel left out or like he's being replaced. I've had those fears of how it's going to change things. Is it going to change things for the positive, the negative? Probably both, honestly. And I just have those fears of, how can I love another baby as much as I love my first? How is that even possible? And everyone tells me, like, don't worry about it. Like, it just comes naturally. That's a totally irrational fear to have. But I would be lying if I said I didn't think those thoughts sometimes. So I think I've just been a little mental, grumpy, and sleepy lately, but it's almost over, thank God. I mean, I'm obviously sad that the pregnancy's over, because it's a gift to be able to conceive, and I'm grateful for it. But physically and mentally and emotionally, I'm kind of like ready to start feeling clear in my head again, and like just more, I don't know, more human. But anyways, I think I've just about covered everything I wanted to cover. And little guy here, come here. You wanna come say hi? Come say hi.
Okay.
The little guy here is really needing a lot of attention lately. I think he knows what's going on.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
How old are you? Show them.
3.
Put it down so they can see. 3. What's your name?
Days.
Are you excited for baby brother to come?
Yeah.
Woohoo.
I love you.
I love you. I think we've been getting a lot more clingy lately. Because of what's about to happen. And I'm gonna miss having this one-on-one time with him. But I also am grateful that he's getting a brother. Mwah. Love you, buddy. All right, you wanna tell him bye?
Bye.
Say we'll see you for our 38 week update. Say 38.
38.
Bye, guys.
Bye.